Hey guys, what's up? This is Dark Alpha, and welcome back to the wide receiver portion of my fantasy breakdown. I've already done halfbacks, so make sure to check that out. I personally consider halfbacks to be the most important, but wide receiver is probably your second most important part of your fantasy team. So let's get into it, starting from number 15 up to number 11. At number 15, Marcus Colston. He's always a consistent player. I'm not that big about him, but he's a good one. Danny Amendola, I'm huge. I think he's going to be explosive in Brady's offense. Sure, he has that injury potential, but everybody does. But he also can be a very explosive. When he plays, he'll score a ton of points for you. He's just fantastic. Number 13, Dwayne Bowe. I'm really high on Dwayne Bowe this year. I'm trying to get him on all my teams. He's that perfect fourth or fifth round wide receiver that you take to help your team. I think he'll win a lot of fantasy leagues this year. I'm going to try to get Dwayne Bowe on almost all my teams. Victor Cruz, with Akeem Nicks sucking and being injured, he's the only, one for Eli. Him and Eli seem to have a connection. I like it. And then Andre Johnson, he's getting older. It seems like he's lost a step, but he's still the best receiving option Texas has. He's always put up a ton of fantasy points. He'll continue to when he's healthy. But with DeAndre Hopkins taking some attention, he'll be the way to go. Moving on, 6 through 10. Look at that. Randall Cobb, number 10. Aaron Rodgers, he's going to throw like 40 touchdowns this year. Jordy Nelson's still hurt. Greg Jennings is gone. James Jones can only catch so many. Same with Finley. Who's going to catch the rest? Randall Cobb. And then right there, number 9, Vincent Jackson. I think Tampa Bay is going to be a little better this year. They got Davin Joseph and Carl Nicks back. Nicks isn't really going to be that much of a force in run blocking, but he's still a great pass blocker, and that's going to give Freeman a little more time. And Vincent Jackson is really the best receiving option they have. So that's why Vincent Jackson, number 9. Larry Fitzgerald, for all of you out there that watch the Colts go on their miracle run, you'll know that Bruce Arians turned Reggie Wayne a whole career around. He was the only receiving threat, and Bruce Arians found ways to get Reggie Wayne the ball. He's going to do the same for Larry Fitzgerald, with Carson Palmer throwing it to him, and a little better offensive line with the guard they drafted, Levi Brown, coming back from injury. I think Larry Fitz can be a huge option. And then look at that, 2 Falcons receivers right in a row. But that's just how great the Falcons offense is. They can explode and go out like that. Roddy White and Julio Jones. Neither of them I have top 5, mainly because they're both there. But they're both going to be very consistent fantasy options. The Falcons score tons of points, and they'll put up a ton of, they can't focus on one. They're both great options to pick. Moving on, 1 through 5. There it is. Number 5, Demaryius Thomas. Peyton Manning, he's going to create a ton of touchdowns. Demaryius Thomas, best receiver they got. Welker and Decker, they're both good, but nobody's like, Demaryius Thomas. Got it. I'm taking number 5. Number 4, AJ Green. I don't have him above Brandon Marshall because Tyler Eifert is going to siphon up touchdown, and Jermaine Gresham's trying to get some more money for his contract, so I don't like him as much as Brandon Marshall, who is an absolute stud. But with Alshon Jeffrey coming out there, I don't think that I like Brandon Marshall, but I think Dez Bryant's gonna have a much higher year. He's just totally found his place. He's gonna explode. He's gonna win a lot of leagues this year. If you're sitting there in like the middle second round and Dez is still there and all the really good running backs are gone, you might want to consider Dez. And of course, Megatron can't be stopped. Number 1 fantasy receiver for a reason. I mean, there's really not much more to say. But talking about Dez again, I'm gonna try. If he's there, I might consider deviating from a normal 2 running back and just get Dez. There's my mid-round sleepers right there. For all you saw, T.Y. Hilton. Man, that guy is a superstar in the making. He's going to make a ton of points. Andrew Luck's going to explode, and T.Y. Hilton's going to get the bulk of that. He's going to be somebody special. Kembrell Tompkins, I've been looking at him for a long time. The New England, he's exploded in camp. The wide receiver, the rookie guy. Brady loves him. He's pretty much going to win the starting job, and the Patriots score lots of points. Kembrell Thompson, the late rounds, if he's there, don't hesitate to take him. Josh Gordon, he would be drafted a lot higher if it wasn't for that 2-game suspension. But the first 2 games, non-bye weeks, that's huge. You can keep him there, keep him on your bench, and you're going to get injured. And he's going to be a great guy the rest of the year. I'm focusing on him. Deshaun Jackson, Chip Kelly's offense, explosive. Deshaun Jackson's going to catch a lot of bomb touchdowns. Golden Tate, with Percy Harvin out, the Seahawks are going to, throw it to somebody. And Golden Tate is a stud. He's been exploding all camp. He seems to be the favorite. Put him on your team. Chris Givens, Sam Bradford, and Chris Givens have been doing very well. A lot of people out there think Tavon Austin's going to get the ball. He's not. Jared Cook has been lining up in the slot. That's taken over Tavon Austin's plays. Chris Givens is the wide receiver on the Rams you guys want to own. Here's my full list of my late round sleepers. Alshon Jeffrey, he's coming to camp, great shape. Been training with Brandon Marshall. With Brandon Marshall taking all the attention, he's going to catch a ton of them. Ryan Broyles, same thing as Megatron. And Ruben Randall, this is my guy I'm targeting in the very late rounds in deep sleeper leagues with larger leagues. Hakeem Nicks has been hurt again. I really liked Hakeem Nicks before I found out about the camp issues. And I think Ruben Randall's going to benefit from it. He's been looking great all camp, and he's going to get a lot of playing time with Hakeem Nicks out. Target him in your late rounds if you need a late round flyer for a wide receiver. All right, guys, that's it for my fantasy wide receivers. I'm always like to, do a draft strategy involving running backs. This isn't about favorite wide receivers at average draft position. It's about the rankings that I have. If you want to see the ways that I draft that's won me a lot of leagues, stay tuned. Make sure to sub. I got that video coming up the next day or two. I'm trying to finish this whole series by Saturday, so that way all you guys out there drafting will be able to get as much information. Again, this is Dark Alpha. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to sub. Thanks for watching.